I started a brand new PlayStation account with one goal in mind: keep it at 100% trophy completion. This isn't going to be a side profile, it's going to be my main account, so I'm not just going to pick and choose easy games to do. I'm going to pick games that interest me the most, and I might even let you guys pick some for me too. Some will be easy, some hard, some long, some short, some I might not even enjoy. But if I started on this profile, I'm going to have to finish it. So please join me on this journey of keeping my PlayStation profile at 100%. First up is a game that celebrates PlayStation and gaming as a whole, and that game is none other than Astro. Astro released in 2024 to critical acclaim, players loved it, and it won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. I truly cannot tell you how excited I am to have this be the first game featured on my channel. Let's jump in. When we start the game, we find Astro and friends cruising through space having a great time aboard their PlayStation 5 mothership, when, what do you know, a giant green bully shows up to ruin the fun. He destroys our ship and sends us crashing down into a deserted planet. So, naturally, our mission is going to be to find and rescue every bot, fix the ship, and save the day. In terms of story, well, that's about it. There's more towards the end, but this game isn't The Last of Us or God of War. If that's what you're expecting, you came to the wrong place. This game tries to be and succeeds at being one thing: fun. Astrobot has 7 main areas to play through in the base game, 5 main galaxies, the crash site, which acts as your hub area, and a secret lost galaxy. The 5 main galaxies, they all essentially work the same. You play through the levels, rescue enough bots to unlock the boss, beat that boss, and then play through a special themed level to rescue a ship part. First up is going to be the Gorilla Nebula and a couple easy trophies. And there it is, guys. First trophy on the profile. And shortly after that one, we also found a puzzle piece for another trophy. Oh, come on. That's got to be... Yep, there it is. Trophy, baby. That's what I thought. Steph Curry! After those first 3 trophies, it took me about another hour or so of gameplay to unlock the next batch. During that time, I took down Donkey Kong. Not Donkey Kong, but a generic gorilla with no affiliation at all to Nintendo. King Kong was apparently holding on to the crew of Ape Escape, and beating him naturally allowed me to free them. It also unlocked their special themed level in which I was able to play through, and got a trophy for capturing the golden butterfly. At the end of their level, we recovered the mothership's memory, one of 5 parts needed to get off the deserted planet. Alright guys, first time back at the crash site since we started. Got a trophy here for installing the mothership's memory, another one for unlocking the Gotcha Lab, and then yet another one for spending money in the Gotcha Lab. Thanks, Team Asobi. Other companies would have us pay money to unlock this. And finally, from this batch of trophies, we had to go back through the Gorilla Galaxy to find and rescue every bot. Alright, here we are, a couple hours into the game, and basically cleared the entire first galaxy, and I absolutely love it. I adore this game. The imagination, the creativity on hand here, it's just absurd. Every level feels different. There's different power-ups that feel special and unique. The only thing that I would say I take issue with, and I don't even know if I would necessarily call it a criticism because it is a game made for everyone, it's just a little bit too easy. What is this game? Next up, the tentacle system, which is definitely a lot easier to say than the Gorilla Nebula. And right off the bat, we get the double dug in trophy for defeating 2 wormies at the same time. This galaxy was by far my favorite in the whole game. It had some of the best levels, some of the best power-ups. I mean, look at this one. We turn into Ant-Man. Not only do we use it to get through the main level, but we also have to use it to find hidden puzzle pieces and bots. It's very well incorporated into the gameplay. We then have this acid trip of a level where we're playing golf to find a hidden puzzle piece, all the while a giant tree is singing to us in the background. I mean, who thinks of this? But then I had to do something that I'm not necessarily proud of. Sorry, brother, but I'd do anything for a trophy. And at the end of the galaxy, we send the boss blasting off again. You know, like Team Rocket. And we did all of that to rescue one of my favorite characters from all of gaming, Kratos, and boy, oh, that was terrible. While my impression of Kratos might have been terrible, his level was not. It was the complete opposite, and I had an absolute blast. But we had to be on the lookout for 8 Odin Ravens for a trophy. Well, if I can count to 8 correctly, this should be the last one. Yep, there it is. At the end of the God of War level, we had to put this piece of bacon on ice in order to rescue our next ship part, which was the SSD for the ship. That's 2 down. I don't know how to do math. 3 to go. We then returned to our ship and installed the SSD for a trophy. We also found enough puzzle pieces to unlock the dual speeder garage, which allows us to change the paint color on our dual speeder. We then went back to the tentacle system to try to rescue every bot, but we stumbled across exactly what I was looking for from this game: the void levels. These are essentially challenge levels that will put your skills to the test. They're 1 life runs where if you die anywhere in them, you're going to have to start from the very beginning. I also kind of quickly found out that this is going to be something that I'm going to want to come back to at a later time. So instead, we made our way to the Serpent Starway. This galaxy also had some standout levels, namely the Trapped in Time level, and then the level that actually promotes gambling in a kid's game, the casino level. It had a time stop mechanic, which you had to use right here to stop all 4 of the slot machines on Jackpot to get a trophy. I know for a fact that Indiana Jones would have absolutely hated the boss from this area, the King Cobra. Just like every other boss in this game, this one has multiple stages, and this boss's final stage, I think, is a pretty good callback to one of the best levels in gaming, the Uncharted 2 train sequence, which at the end of, funnily enough, we actually saved the man himself, Nathan Drake. All of the specialty themed levels were a blast to play through, but this one and the God of War one were by far my favorites. Playing through Uncharted Bot, we had to be on the lookout for 3 golden eggs and destroy, or I don't know, maybe collect them for a trophy. The end of the Uncharted level sees us defeating this fun, on-rails boss section in order to recover the ship's GPU, which we in turn take home to the deserted planet to install into the mothership to unlock the Doing It For You trophy. While we're here, we also unlock the Time for a Change trophy, which is for unlocking the changing room for Astrobot. Then it's on to the Camo Cosmos. Instead of focusing on levels in the Camo Cosmos, I'd like to focus on the boss, because this is one of the most well-designed bosses I think I've ever played in video games. But before I do, I jump through a hoop like a dolphin and earn the Jumping Through Hoops trophy. Alright, and here we are at the boss. First off, the design. It's fantastic. Just like everything else in this game, so that doesn't surprise me. But Team Asobi did such an amazing job making the boss look both intimidating and playful at the same time. However, what I really like about this fight is how it evolves as you go. The arena gets smaller with each phase, which means less room to dodge and more pressure on the player. The attacks themselves aren't overly complicated, but the shrinking space keeps the battle exciting from start to finish. And on top of all of that, there's the added time steal mechanic, and it's up to you to choose when to use it. And trust me, you absolutely will have to use it across every stage of the fight. For a 100% playthrough, beating this boss is also a huge milestone. We've already collected a ton of bots to get here, and taking down the Guardian of the Camo Cosmos feels like a well-earned reward. Now let's finish this fight and continue our journey towards the 100% completion. We then unlock the local Roko themed level, and I'm not going to pretend to know what that is because I don't, but it was fun. At the end of their level, we rescue the mothership's cooling fans, bring it back, and install it for the Keep It Cool trophy. We also unlock the Animal Attraction trophy for unlocking the Safari Park, and then we go into that very same Safari Park and take a picture for the Strike a Pose trophy. Last up from our 5 main galaxies is the Feather Cluster. In this galaxy, Astrobot can kick back and catch some rays in this awesome beach-themed level. He then has to defeat this giant bird that thinks violence is the only answer in order to save Aloy from the Horizon series. We then use her trademark bow and arrow to defeat enemies and collect prizes. Her theme level also has a trophy tied to it where we basically have to lure these enemies into the Tripcaster to defeat them. At the end of Aloy's level, we take down the T-Rex from Jurassic Park in order to recover the mothership's protection covers. Then, like with every other ship part, we bring it back to the crash site to install it for the Take Cover trophy. The Lost Galaxy is all we have left. The Lost Galaxy doesn't have any ship part tied to it, but you do have to find and rescue every bot for the trophy Lost and Found, which I did here because I wanted to do it before the end of the main story. With most of the crew rescued and the ship repaired, it was time for Astrobot to go on the offensive. We start by flying through space, defeating enemies as we inch closer to the final showdown. When we get there, Space Bully Nebulax is waiting for us, and the final fight begins. The boss fight itself is a victory lap of everything the game has taught us: dodging attacks, using abilities at the right time, and landing blows wherever there's an opening. After a few phases, the boss goes down and the galaxy is seemingly saved. Everyone's celebrating, and it's here we earn the gold trophy. A lot to process. But Nebulax isn't done yet. He comes back in a desperate attempt and grabs a hold of Astro. All of the other bots rush to try to help him, but then Astro realizes that they'll all go down with him if he doesn't let go. So he does just that. He lets go. All of the bots think that Astro is gone. But wait, what's that? Astro is shot back down, but he's barely holding on. All of the other bots do what they can to repair him. Thankfully, they succeed. And we're done. That's the story done, and it ended up being pretty gripping at the end. And then we get to play through one of the most fun credit sequences that I've ever gotten to play through. The story might be over, but the fun is just beginning. In order to rescue every bot and get every trophy in the game, you have to play through the Lost Voids. There's circle, triangle, square, and cross voids. These are the hardest challenges in the game, right? In an effort to save time, I'm only going to include fails from the Lost Cross Void. Enjoy. Make it. Ooh. What? Oh my gosh. Why am I not jumping? No. I'm dead. Oh, well, I've done this first part like 50 times. I think I got it down pretty good so far. Nope. How long does it go? How long does it go on for? Bro, it's never ending. There it is. After many attempts, I was finally able to unlock the trophy for finding all bots in the Feather Cluster. Then came the trophy Thanks Very Much for rescuing all bots in the Serpent Starway. Nowhere to Hide was the next trophy for rescuing all bots in the Camo Cosmos. And then finally, the trophy for rescuing all bots in the Tentacle System. With one bot and one puzzle piece left, we were closing in on the Platinum Trophy. Finding these would bring us back to the crash site. At the crash site, we had to get a strike to find the final puzzle piece. This unlocked the trophy for unlocking the golden statue in the game. Before finding the final bot, we had a ton of miscellaneous trophies like this one for reaching the top of the PS5 to get out of the way. Money Well Spent was unlocked for getting 150 prizes from the Gacha Lab. We got Sing Stars for seeing all ship parts sing together. Wallbuster for destroying a bot ladder. We made Kratos freeze Thor for a trophy. We danced with Crash Bandicoot. Took a picture with Nathan Drake and Lara Croft. Got rolled over and stuck on a ball. Punched some stuff out of Kiru's pockets. Got in the middle of a fight between Ryu and Ken. Danced with 100 or more bots. And finally knocked the bot out of its bot tower and kept it standing. Next up was another challenge level to rescue the golden bot. What? Oh! No! What? I jumped! No! No. I hit him twice. I unfortunately lost the audio for this next clip here of me celebrating, but I'm going to reenact it for you. Yeah, something like that. As you can see, we got the golden bot for rescuing the last bot, and then we also got the platinum trophy, but our work was not done yet. So we booted up the Winter Wonder Christmas themed DLC. This honestly felt like a test run for more open sandbox levels for Astro Bot 2, and I kinda dug it. We quickly went through it and got trophies for opening our first present, opening all presents, and reaching the top of the Christmas tree. Then we moved on to the time trials, which were also really fun to play through. We got a trophy for rescuing a bot and building speed, rescuing another in Rising Heat, another for Let It Slide, Spring Loaded Run, and finally for Helium Heights. We didn't finish some levels quite fast enough, so we had to go back until we did for the Fast and Found trophy. And we're finally in the home stretch here, the Vicious Void trophies, a collection of challenge levels that will put your skills to the test. There were 9 levels total, and once you beat them all, you unlocked one final challenge. Tricky, he almost got me there. We had every trophy except for one, the Impossible Rescue, and at times the name lived up to it. Please enjoy. It's happening tonight. This is it. No, I messed that up. Trying to go too quick. No. No way, bro. No. I jumped right into it. No way. No way. Come on, please. That's it. That's everything. 100%. Holy moly. Whew. And just like that, our first 100% has been achieved. As you can see, I've started my next game already, so please look forward to that video. Since this is my very first video, I invite you all to please give me any sort of feedback you have, tell me what I did well, and what needs work. Thanks for watching.